Hi, I'm Josh Gitalis. When I'm working with clients, there's a concept that comes up quite often that's important to understand, and this is called cross-reactivity. Now, our immune system's job is to identify self from non-self. When it sees something that isn't Josh, we're supposed to attack it. Now, one of the ways it does that is by identifying certain proteins, and proteins are like a beaded necklace. They have a certain sequence, just like beads have different colors. So if we're exposed to something with a sequence AABBCC, whenever the immune system sees that, it's going to attack it if it deems it as threatening. Now, cross-reactivity happens when that protein sequence occurs on two possibly unrelated items. And we see this with food, for example. If someone is sensitive to gluten, they actually have a very high probability that they'll also be sensitive to dairy because some of those proteins look alike. There's certain tissue factors that people with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity can actually attack when they consume gluten. These are called transglutaminases. And there's one in the skin, there's ones in the gut, and there's actually ones in the nervous system. So if someone is reacting to gluten, they can have digestive issues, they can have skin issues like eczema, and they can even have neurological issues. And there's something that's been documented called gluten ataxia. We also see a cross-reactivity between certain foods and pollens. So if people have allergies to certain pollens in their environment, they actually have a 50% increased risk of having cross-reactivity with another food. When those pollens increase in the environment, we can see greater reactivity to those foods where typically they might not be reacting to those foods at all. And finally, we can actually see cross-reactivity between certain bacteria and tissues in the body. We've made connections between Klebsiella and diseases such as Crohn's disease and rheumatoid arthritis. So when I'm trying to figure out what the root cause of someone's symptoms or disease is when working with a client, sometimes we need to address these other things to try to decrease the cross-reactivity. We have to figure out if there's foods they're sensitive to. We have to figure out if there's a bacterial infection. And we have to figure out if there's other things in their environment that are increasing the sensitivity to some of these proteins. This is functional nutrition.